Greetings to all. Today we will talk a little about health and where do we get problems with it. In our common life we think that health is a stance, is a condition. We could feel good or we could feel well or not well, and then we say we have health or we don't. But when we look deeper, for example, someone has a good conditions with all internal systems and organs, but feel bad. So is he healthy or no? Or opposite situation. So as we can see, it's not so simple to understand what is health. Is it just to be feeling good, or is it feeling good plus you should have everything in a good condition with your organs and systems? Plus we can talk about psychological health, about spiritual health. In reality, health is a resource. And if we look at it from this point of view, it's very interesting question. What resource is it? Where did we get it from? And where does it disappear? But we exactly know that in our life, health can go up and can go down, depending on how we invest in our health and how we behave with our bodies. From this point of view, it's very classical behavior for resource. During energy diagnostics and healing practice of many people, there are often the same questions appear. Usually people even don't understand what is energy diagnostics. To understand what we can get from energy diagnostics, first of all, we have to understand model of life. It's a key to understand health of human and many other things in our life. Our life model based on three-dimensional model, but not which we know it from physical world as XYZ three-dimensional model, but from the model where we have spirit or information, where we have energy and matter as a physical world. From this point of view, everything in this world created on the image of a god. Everything from stone to the tree to humankind has informational part, different level of it, but has informational part, energy part and physical material form. And everything what we have in this world first defined on the informational level, then this information record on the energy, and then it's manifest in physical and material form. The Greek word idea translates to Slavic languages as image, and our thoughts are exactly our images. So the thoughts we think, they later through the energy manifests to the physical, to material world. So behind any physical form are informational part. Behind the stone, behind this chest is information. So when we talk about the health, human is the same creature, which consists of informational, energy and physical material part. We have spirit, we have soul, we have consciousness as informational part, we have energy, and we have our physical body as matter. And here we have the most interesting moment, the magic. So when we feel not good, something happened with our physical condition, we feel bad, some dysfunction in some organs. In this case we can say that we have some problems already manifested in physical and material world. And we say in this case that we have some disease, illness or some problem with health. And here not everything is so simple. Usually we think that when a baby born, it has a body, and this body starts to grow, to bring up, develop. It accumulates life, let's say, then it became adult, mature person, and then getting old and pass away. And from this point of view we say that this body born and some biology, chemistry, physics happening in this body. The body grows up and cells became active, spread, and then during the life cells also get old, change, replaced. But here we can see the most interesting thing. We know that all cells in our body are replaced. This process we call regeneration. The fastest changing cells are in our skin, and we have this process of replacement for all cells in our body with different speeds. The fastest are for the skin and the slowest for bones. But interesting question is that all cells are replaced. The slowest changing cells are in our bones. We need years to replace cells in our stones, in our bones. But all cells are replacing during our life. And it happens many times during our life. But imagine that accidentally someone cuts finger and there is a scar now. And here we have a very interesting question. If cells of our skin replacing and the skin do it the fastest in our body, so all cells in our skin will be replaced in some time, all of them, including the place where we got this scar. And if the scar was small, not deep, it will disappear. But if it was deep, then it remains. It stays in our body. It won't disappear. And why not? Why it won't disappear? If all skin cells will be replaced to new ones, why the scar will be reproduced? Why skin cells will replicate this scar? Such an interesting mystery. So our new cells rebuild the problem this time. Why is it so? Does our DNA changed? Does it has now genome of this scar? No, the DNA didn't change. It has some mutations during our life, but scar didn't appear in our DNA. So why our body starts to rebuild itself with problem? So it's because our cells receive such commands from somewhere or somebody. So this form receives orders from some kind of information manifesting this new problematic form. And here we get back to our three-dimensional model of spirit, energy and physical body. And from this model we remember that everything we have on the physical level were manifested based on information. And this is the most interesting magic. So where the change happened about this scar? If DNA didn't change, but the scar is still rebuilding, who gave the order to our cells to rebuild the problem? And it happens on informational level. So in reality, everything describing, manifesting in our physical world depending on our informational level. And it's not only about health and body. If any information change on this informational level, it will change energy and will be manifested in other, in different, in new physical form. And now we have the question, so what can we do? Can we influence the process? And the answer is yes. This is the nicest part of this magic. We can influence this information. We can change it. In our case with this scarp, if we somehow re-record this information, replace it and change it, and we now put the information that there is no scarp in our body, then this new information will change the energy and will be manifested in new, in different physical matter, in implementation without the scarp. And this can be done not only with scarps. If you know, children before 3 years old, if they lose phalanx on their fingers, it grew up a new one. The adults don't have such function. It's a medical phenomenon that children seems don't know that it's impossible, while adults have these records in their information that if you lost the finger, it can't be grew up a new one. We have a whole stack of such phenomena, and this is the key to our health. If we will change information, then our health also will change. Here we came to question of energy diagnostics. Where is the medicine here? And where is healing here? Do we have any mystics here? In reality, all these are science. There are no real mystics. Energy diagnostics could be done with different methods and approaches, like diagnostics with hands, with body, with third eye. But any kind of diagnostics will show us how does this three-dimensional model works. The most complicated question is to see the informational level. it's much easier to see changed energy in our bodies. Even not complicated exercises can develop our ability to see energy level. Usually during energy image diagnostics we look exactly on this energy level, how these energies manifested, appeared in our body. Any health problem first appears in informational level, then it changes energy in our bodies. On physical level, it needs 2 to 3 years to appear on the physical level, to be manifested in the matter. And during diagnostics we can see, is it at the beginning on informational and energy level, or it's already manifested in physical body. And when we have problems on the physical level, so it's a good idea to use healthcare, to use medicine and go to the doctor if you have physical problems. But there are cases when it's better to go to healing, not to medicine. It's exactly when the problem is on the energy level, because in this case medicine can't help you. Any kind of medical diagnostic test like ultrasound or MRI will not show anything, because it yet not appeared on the physical level. We can see it only on the energy level, and you will feel bad, but there won't be anything on the physical level. We need some time when any kind of problem will be manifested from energy to physical world. And at the energy level, it's exactly the time when it's a good idea to go to healing, energy cleaning, and so on. But even solving the problem at the energy level, it's not the whole solving of the problem, because the real source, the real root of the problem, as we remember, is on the informational level. So what we can do here on the idea level? The answer is very simple. All problems on the informational level came from our karma. Karma describes what kind of information we have on this idea level. And it's not only about health, it's about everything in our life. So if we want to have a good health, first of all think about karma, because everything comes from here. It's a nice idea. Start to learn karma and its rules, to understand where it came from, to understand what to do with it, how to change it. But if we have already some problems manifested, we need time to change the karma. So it's a long time from when we change our karma, information will be changed, then energy, then physics. It could be a long time. So if any problems manifested appeared on the physical level, it's time to go to doctor and take care of it on physical level. Nice question. Can we change informational level directly? Because if we will work through the karma, it could take really long time. And the answer is yes, we can change information. Let's say immediately, and it's not mystics, it's physics. We are talking about quantum paradox. It's a modern story of our century. Thanks to this paradox, scientists came to the real root of changing in physical world. What stays behind it. Now we know that electrons change its behavior depending on existence of observer. Does people look at it or it doesn't? And this is the key to understand how to change information and physical world through this information. If we send our attention to anything, it starts to change. It could directly really change matter on the physical level. This is the most amazing in all it, that there are no mystics in this energy and image medicine. Everything are scientific. So we really change this world with our thoughts, because we have some thoughts, then it transforms to words, and then words came to actions. So if we will change image, information of something, of anything, and we'll invest it with our attention, with our energy, with our focus, this information will start to change. And now we came to the source, to cause of why we have this level of health or other. And here we came to need of understanding natural law, because the real cause of appearance of all kind of problems in our life, including health, is when energy became locked in our body, in our energy channels. And it happens because of only one reason: when we broke the natural laws. This is the source of ache, of pain, of suffering, and these energy channels blocks only in one case, when there is a wrong information in this energy. This is exactly what does break of natural law means. It means that when we have wrong thoughts, it leads to block energy flow in our channels, and then it appears, it manifests to different kind of problems. This is how our karma works. We put wrong seeds to it, and then we get wrong harvest. So to be healthy, it's very important to take care of health on all levels: formational, ideal world, on energy level, and on physical level. About our physical body, we can take care through the sports, through the right way of living, through good nutrition, taking care with healthcare and medicine with what manifested appeared on the physical level. On the energy level, we have to clean our energy body, our channels, and to do it before these energy blocks appear on the physical level. And taking care on the ideal, on informational level, through the right way of thinking. Most of the informational level problems came from wrong emotions. Negative emotions very quickly change information to the wrong path, and different emotions even influence different organs and systems in our body. That's all. So the health is resource. So it's very important in our life to know what we want from it, what is our goal, where do we go. Then we will get this resource from our eternal self. Then it's a good idea to live according to natural law, not breaking it. And to start such kind of living, first we have to ask these questions to ourselves. What is a natural law? Do I know it? Do I understand it? And start to learn them. Learn rules of karma, how it works, how it manifests, how can we manage with it. If everything will be fine on this ideal, on this informational level, it will manifest a healthy body without any problems. Problems will disappear themselves if we will change information and energy. So think positively. If problems already appeared on the physical level, go to doctor. It's a good idea. Look for the help, and it's very important not to sit for a long time with doing nothing. It's much easier to deal with problem both in medicine and in healing when it's begin. So don't delay problems. Have a nice health, nice life, and be happy.